let's all just take a big deep breath. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a minute. I mean, kind of. I just got back from Seattle. You are gonna start seeing Seattle content after this video. The reason being that I have everything planned out in a very specific way. It just needs to be that way. So the Seattle trip was amazing. Also tragic for reasons that you will see in the future, but amazing, truly wonderful. I came home with some just absolutely ridiculous plants, which I'm very excited to show you over the course of the next week and a half. You're gonna see a whole lot of Seattle and botanicas. Thanks for listening to my long intro. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Today I'm gonna show you some growth updates that happened over the week that I was gone. There's a lot of really exciting growth updates and also plants I'm just really kind of excited to show you. I also need to water some of my plants, so this video is gonna be kind of like a growth update slash chore video. So we're gonna do a few things and just kind of hang out while we do it. It's so cute. Wait a minute. Hey, look. She just wants to look out the window.
What's out there, huh?
A whole lot is happening, moving and shaking. I do just want to talk about Liquider for a second. Liquider is the fertilizer I've been using. Here is my concentrate that I made. Usually I make the concentrate in here, but I'm just quirky, I guess. I don't know. So how you're supposed to make Liquider is you take 1 cup of water and you pour it into this here little pouch. Then you take 1 capful of the pouch concentrate and you dump it into a gallon of water, and that is how you get your mix. So this will be the concentrate and this would be the mix. For me, this is my concentrate and this is just my powder. Yeah, look, it takes a really long time to run through Liquider. It has 18 ingredients that have every single thing that your plant needs. The entire food that your plant needs. This is by far my favorite fertilizer. I use it, all my friends use it. We love Liquider so much. Yep, I'm gonna use this to water my plants a little bit later in this video, and that is why my plants are growing so fast right now. You guys are like, wow, Ashley, how are your plants always growing so fast? It's because of Liquider. So before I left town, we put together this adorable little terrarium thing. And it's been just totally killing it, to be honest. Looks like we got a entire new leaf right here of my Hoya pubic Hallux splash. Everything's just rooting in here super duper nicely. Like when I tip it, it doesn't freaking move, which is so cool, except for the moss, I guess. But yeah, everything is in there really well. I could literally leave it like this and you can actually see some of the roots down here. Like there's some roots down there. And then around the side, you'll see some roots kind of growing in. Just kind of all over. One of my members and friends, Silver, has the exact same jar. So we're jar twins, which is super fun. So before I left, we had this new leaf boy that was coming in hot. And he's unfurled. You can see he's a very handsome lad. It's very sectoral, which is nice because, I mean, this is pretty, but I don't really like how marbled that is. I really liked how sectoral it was. So it's good to see that it's kind of going back to being sectoral. Also, I actually cut this the other day before I left, and look at that. 2 new little dudes. My Hoya ecuta, Varagata, is throwing hands. Check that out, that little dude right there. That actually started before I left. I'm a little surprised it's not finished coming out, but I guess that this dude is just a slow grower. I'm also really excited because we're seeing some wonderful sun stress happening. Someone asked me in my DMs the other day and I wasn't able to respond, but if sun stress is bad, and it's not bad if you like it. I personally really like the sun spots that plants get, which are these little dots. And I will sun stress my plants to heaven and back. Like, I think that it just looks so pretty, and I think it brings extra color to your plants. If you don't want to stress your plants, you don't have to, but it will make them more likely to flower, I believe, and it just looks prettier. My grow light plants have been doing amazing. This is our pink pubic Hallux, and it is so pink. It's much pinker than when I left, actually, and the leaves are doing really good. I'm just really excited because I was really worried this whole thing was gonna die when Ashley sent it to me, just because I could tell it was so mad from being shipped and unpotted and everything. But we did it. We rehabbed it over the course of a month and heckin' saved it, and now it's just loving the grow light. I am still using the Avalon grow light. It's really amazing, and a ton of you guys ordered it, which is so cool because I genuinely love it. My plants are literally thriving, and also all of my plants over here are like turning to it. Like they were like low-key turning earlier, and I actually had to turn my ficus because he was turning so much. You can see everything is just growing at the window now, which they weren't before. But yep, this is my little pink splash pubic hallux, and it's just doing, I mean, phenomenal. So this dude's growing in for me all over the place, which I feel so lucky and blessed. So I have 8 stems in here, and they're all pretty short, but all of this pink is all new. We have, let me count, 5 spots where new growth is coming in. This guy's long, but oh, 6 spots. This guy's longer. So here's what it looks like when he's just kind of vibing, you know what I mean? It's so pretty. This is just one of my favorite plants, to be honest, and I really do think I like it more than the Monaloa now. I really liked the Monaloa before because you guys know I am just a hoe for internal variegation, but this is just, I mean, dare I say iconic? Question mark? I don't know, I love it. It's doing really good. And I need to water it. So again, we're gonna be watering everything. So I do just wanna brag for a minute. And I know this is not really a brag for most people, but for me it is. I just wanna brag that my freaking pothos is still alive. I really was worried. It does need to be watered again. You can tell by the lower leaves getting soft, but I was gone for 6 days, y'all. And it still looks good. I watered it super duper deeply before I left in hopes that it would be fine. And it was. I've just never taken care of a pothos before and like actually wanted one. So now that I have one, I'm just like really stressed I'm gonna kill it. And if I kill it, I will be sad because a member sent this to me, so. Okay, so I have some updates here because before I left, I had a friend come to town to visit and we wanted to go get some dinner, and I knew that I was not gonna have the type of money I'd like for dinner. So I made a sacrifice for the noble good, and I actually chopped one of my pink princesses and I sold it locally to a girl who has never had one before. So I just wanna show you. So here's the cutting right here. Here's where I took it. It was 4 leaves that came off, and it looks like this one's doing really good. It actually looks like we're getting some new growth happening, which is great. And I'm excited to see what the variegation does, because the last time I cut my pink princess, I cut it here. So I cut it after this leaf, and then it gave us that. And then this, and this is our newest leaf. It's very exciting. You can see how much pink is just coiled up right there. I mean, that is gonna be super duper exciting. So I'm very excited for that one. So here's the new elbow, and I can't tell you what this guy's doing. He's definitely moving his leaves. They look really beautiful right now, the way that they are all set up. I'm very proud of him. We did lose the new growth. As I was kind of telling you guys before, I think in a video, we lost the new growth, which definitely really sucks, but check out the root situation down here. See that? So we are seeing some wild root growth, and you know, it doesn't look like the whole thing in here rotted. So I wouldn't be surprised if it tried to push out more new growth. He does have an auxiliary bud in here, the top one and at the bottom one. I checked when I got it, but he might try to fill out this cup. So I'm not totally sure what his situation is, but I'm definitely excited for the future because I feel like we're gonna have an exciting future together. I feel like once he starts pushing out that new growth, it's just gonna keep popping off. So this is my wonderful Botanica's elbow that I bought last summer, and I actually had it potted up with another elbow, and it refused to grow for an entire year, and that was my fault. I think I crowded it. By separating it, literally in 2 weeks, we've gotten this. So I should have just done that a lot sooner. Totally my fault. He's loving this little cup. I recycled one of my husband's water bottles. I just cut off the bottom and potted him up in here. He had a really good root system, so it really didn't take much, honestly. But he's doing great, and I'm really hoping. I'm definitely super duper excited to see what it looks like. This has been a very, very long time coming. It's been quite a minute, so I don't know. I'm just excited. I want to meet you. Who are you? What is your name? So here we have another very exciting moment. This is my Anthurium Ace of Spades, and we are definitely saying goodbye slowly to this old leaf, but we're also very slowly saying hello to this new leaf. And I'm excited because it's only put out 3 leaves ever. One of them was this one, yeah. So this one, it actually had 2 leaves when it came, and then it didn't grow for me at all for like an entire year. And then I sold it to my friend Natalie, and it put out this leaf, and then Natalie traded it back to me, and now we're getting this leaf. So this plant seems to like to be moved. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna mimic moving it. Maybe I'll move it greenhouses every few weeks, and maybe that will do a decent job of stressing him out or something. I'm not totally sure. So again, here we have another super exciting situation. This is the out of a Poency, and This leaf is the first bigger leaf we've actually gotten since air layering. So he was this leaf right here, and then this one, and then this one, and then bam, this dude. And this one was actually really funny. I had to keep pulling it down and angling it lower and lower because it literally tried to go through the grate at the top, which is just hilarious. And I mean, look at this wonderful red color. Wow. Try to show you without totally breaking my plant. I mean, look at that. That is so beautiful, dude. I think this is the biggest I've ever grown a plant without cutting it, which is kind of sad because she's not that big, but she do be pretty big. And I have to air layer her more because she's gonna keep trying to grow. So I'll probably air layer this more today, but I don't know where I'm gonna put it because it's getting a little big. I mean, maybe I should cut it. Our next little situation is happening pretty fast, and also I'm pretty sad. So I'm gonna need to move this to a place with brighter light. So here is my Standeliana Albo Monstera, and we got, so he usually does one leaf on, one leaf off for this half moon. And this is supposed to be our on leaf, but it's also super exfoliated, so it's definitely not getting enough light. And on top of that, we literally only have one teeny tiny splash of irrigation on the inside. So I'm gonna move this guy to a different spot where he will get some more light, because to be honest, I really think that greenhouse, while it is super humid and it's making it grow really fast, and I did get it to like root back into the soil. Like when I pull on this, it's not coming up, but he needs a little bit more, I think, light. This one is also very exciting. We got a new leaf, and that would be this guy. So this was our leaf we got before, this new leaf, but this is our new leaf this time. He's a little smaller, but not so small that I would say that there's an issue, but I definitely could be air layering this plant. He is throwing some pretty ridiculous aerial roots, so I definitely could repot him. Now I have some pretty exciting terrarium news for you. We also really need to thoroughly water my terrarium today as well. This is the Philodendron, why am I blanking on your name? Ilsamanii. And he's going crazy. He's going wild with his roots down here. They are completely growing out of the pot, which is kind of bad news, but this is a good pot I think that we can cut him out of if we ever need to. So this is our most exciting leaf thus far, except for the one that did not make it, obviously. But I mean, this variegation on here is very, very good in my opinion. The other thing that I learned is that Ilsamanii are completely stable when it comes to variegation. It can throw out 4, 5, 6, 7 green leaves, and then it'll give you one that's just a ridiculous leaf. I talked to an expert who grows them as his full-time job. I think he's in Japan. It's not a chimeric type of variegation. It's a different type, I guess. But I'm really proud of this leaf, to be honest, because he's really, really beautiful, and we're starting to finally see this like blashy, freckly type. And I don't know if it's coming through across, but this leaf is like a lot lighter and just prettier. Like the abaxial midrib is pink, which is really cool. So I don't know. I'm just excited for this dude and see where he goes in the future. Some other really super exciting news is my little Hoya Wilbur Graves dude is throwing hands all over the place. So we got 2 new hands coming in right here, and then a whole new stem growing in, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. Olivia Orlana from Olivia's Greenhouse on Instagram sent this to me, and I'm just so excited to see where it takes us. As you guys know, splashy Hoya are kind of my thing. And speaking of super cool Hoya, we got a new leaf officially on my Varagata. Can you guys even believe that? That's so cute. Another plant that is making big moves is my Waymani Borneo. Check that out. Those are hands. You can't see it, but they're little stubby little hands sticking out off the top right there, making a little pyramid. Look at him! Oh my gosh, you guys, when this puts out new leaves, I'm gonna actually scream my head off. Another majorly exciting situation. This is my heckin' Florida beauty. Look, I'm so excited. So I got it to put out this leaf right there, and then now we're seeing this one, and he looks exciting. Can't totally tell what's happening just from looking, but the petiole sheath is very pink and beautiful. Another mover and shaker, and I mean, this dude is actually pretty getting absurdly large. I know I said this already about the edible Poency, but this actually might be something I've grown myself to get this big, which I can't even believe. This is my Philodendron Gigas. It's pretty giga big. This is the biggest leaf I've gotten it to put out. Here it is against my face. You can just kind of see how massive it is. This new leaf came out a little bit smaller, but I'm not surprised. It ran out of moss. So we are going to, you know, keep up the air layering. I also had to set, like, I had to re-moss everything because of the whole slug thing that happened a little bit ago. So I'll give everything a little bit more moss as well. I mean, that is gorgeous. And now we got this one. Amazing. Here's a cute update. So this is the little silver sword. Freaking silver sword. And one of the last things I'm gonna actually show you guys is my little white princess dude. He's thrown hands. So it's just really fun because I literally left, came back, and everything was throwing hands. And I've only shown you the terrarium plants and some of the Hoya. Like, I have a whole shelf over there. Like, my peace lily is doing amazing. My orchids are doing amazing. My prop box is doing amazing. I'm not surprised. Like, I gave everything liquider before I freaking left. I'm excited to see. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we get another like sectoral dude, but I will love him. I will love him nonetheless. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I am going to water my plants, air layer my plants, and then that'll be done. Gotta duck lower than that, tall dude.
My hair looks terrible.
My hair looks terrible too. So as per usual, we are gonna start with my Hoya. And my Hoya actually need a pretty significant drink this time. So I'm gonna be watching the trays, making sure nothing over leaks. Give our friends some love. Also, if you haven't had any water today for yourself, go take a drink of water. If you have a water bottle right next to you, you can have a sip from. But don't put liquider in that. It's always so fun to see the water fill up my jars. All right, I'm gonna go get another thing. Our orang sand, panchoy, Terrarium Varagata, our Velosa species. And we're gonna water the little terrarium. Gonna get our variegated string of hearts. This guy is super drenched right now, or super thirsty, so we're gonna give him a lot. Now I'm gonna water my big old Monstera, and he's gonna get a super big drink because I have not given him a big drink in a while. And I actually ran out of time. I have to go on a workout with my husband. We have the AC people coming by later today, and I completely forgot about that. So I'm gonna take care of the rest of the watering on my own. I'm back from the workout, and I'm actually gonna cut this little dude, and we're gonna prop him because he's getting a little leggy, which I don't like or appreciate. So we're just gonna give him a fervent little chop right there. And I'm hoping we'll trigger some more variegation again, because this one, you guys, when I cut it, that's when, like, I literally cut it here and then it grew out and then it started doing the half moon thing. So, okay, so real fast, I air layered this. You can't really air layer this because it's like, he do be so low to the ground. But I propagated it, and it's probably gonna take a week or 2 or 3 or 4, who knows. I didn't pay attention to the last time I propagated this. I was just kind of like selling cuttings, and then he came back with vigor. So, but yeah, I gave him a little bit of moss, and I'm gonna put a little bit of saran over the top after I missed it. Right here, he reaching. So we're gonna give him more moss because I want those leaves to keep getting big, which is so bizarre for me. I usually don't like big leaves. I really like small plants, but you can't, bro, you can't tell me that that's like not the coolest leaf you've ever seen. But yeah, so you can see I updated it. So we have like a little hole up here, and then under this leaf right here, you can see like, it's really not suffocating it. Like, it's got a ton of different ways for the moss to get air and dry out. And you don't want your moss to dry out, but you also want it to stay like a normal amount of moist. You're just gonna cover the stem as much as you can. And then you're just gonna grab some heckin' saran wrap. And also mind the growth point. I am gonna tape this one as well, but yeah, you just wanna make sure that like the top of the stem always is kind of covered. Okay, so that is pretty much it for my little chore video. Sorry I had to take like a break, a many hour break in between, but I had things to do, okay? So yeah, here's my little air layer dudes, and we watered my plants with liquider earlier, which I cannot wait to see how much they've grown. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I actually already filmed the outro, so I'm gonna go back to that. Today I just watered my plants really deeply because I haven't watered them like this in a while, so I'm sure that they will enjoy the extra love. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure you hit like, subscribe, and tweet me at PlantMeAshley. Follow me on Instagram at PlantMeAshley. I do a bunch of really fun Instagram content there. Really excited for all this Seattle content you guys are about to see. We had so much fun with Botanicas. We literally had a blast. Make sure you check out Liquider. It's PlantMe_25 if you want to get 25% off your entire Liquider order. If you haven't tried before, or maybe you need some more Liquider because you ran out, my code works with every single order on their website. So you are welcome to use it whenever you like, and it always helps out the channel a little bit. And also gets you some really awesome fertilizer. So all right, well, I will see you guys in the next houseplant section. Goodbye.